done, then? Have all the nobles and royals been arrested? Good. Mother and father will be elated. Dispatch a messenger and inform them that the capital has been secured immediately. Oh, and do release the nobles who have already pledged their allegiance to us. I trust you have a good reason for disturbing us? Is he now? Well, we can't have that now, can we? Council's dismissed until I handle this situation. Please leave. Send him in. This is very unbecoming of you, Your Majesty. You would think that a king would know how to compose himself in times of crisis, but evidently that is not the case here. How poetic. I trust you remember who I am, Your Majesty? That's right. I'm the princess you debased all those years ago at your coronation ball, which, of course, is one of the reasons why our kingdoms ended up going to war. But one of the more pettier reasons, might I add. As you can see, Your Majesty, I've changed. Drastically. I was alright with letting you order me around like a broodmare all those years ago, but not anymore. Not after all the things you've done. Oh? You don't need to know what I'm speaking of, Your Majesty. As long as I remember, I'm never letting you go for it. But allow me to refresh your memory. After corrupting me in the most lascivious ways possible, you had the gall to ask for my hand in marriage. However, you immediately retracted it when you realized which kingdom I was from. You do realize that doing what you did ensures that I will never be married to another royal? Pathetic tradition, really, but now we don't have to worry about that anymore. Well, because of your less than adequate ruling, everyone, ranging from the common folk to the nobles, have sided with my kingdom and our cause. Just as you chose to take everything precious to me, I have, and will, continue to take everything precious to you, starting with your kingdom, then your palace, and then your hand. Oh? You thought you were going to be executed after this? Oh no, Your Majesty, don't be absurd. No. You will be very much alive. You will live out the rest of your days as king, but only in name. You will be forced to watch as every single person you know, and don't know, turn their backs on you, their glorious ruler. As for why? Because I will it. I was the one who planned the attack on your capital, and I will ensure that your citizens, no, my citizens, will be taken care of, unlike you. Oh? But, Your Majesty, I have already begun. Before your interruption, I spoke to the members of your council. They've informed me of the barbaric way you ran things. That's going to change. I will help this land prosper, and all you can do is sit back and watch as history forgets you. But not to worry, because you shouldn't worry about any of that. What you should be worrying about is me, and what I'm going to do to you. I will make you pay for everything you've done to me. I will make you pay with the rest of your life. Don't misunderstand me when I say this, Your Majesty. I thoroughly enjoyed our time together all those years ago, so why let all of that be a fleeting memory? As I said, you will only be king in name, which means we will have to marry at some point. I can't very well be the legitimate queen without marrying the king, now can I? I don't need your agreement on the matter. As long as the Archbishop agrees to marry us, everything will according to plan, and he has been very accommodating. Come now, your majesty. That isn't any way to speak to your future wife. I promise I won't ever hurt you in the way that you've hurt me. True, you will suffer various forms of humiliation and debasement, but none of that will be from me. Never from me. All of that will be from your own sins. Oh, don't tell me you haven't the slightest clue of how people really feel about you, your majesty. You've been cruel. To everyone. Even to the people who are the most loyal to you. However, loyalty is a contractual agreement, and once every single one of your most loyal subjects see that you've turned their backs on them, by marrying me, everyone will fall into my hands. I can't? But your majesty, I already have. There is no one left in this entire kingdom that is loyal to you that can't be loyal to me. After all, why should they remain loyal to a tyrant who never cared for his people? Oh, I'm afraid this is very much real. Don't worry, your life as my king won't be bad at all. I'll make sure of that. Evidently, you have a lot to ponder over. I'll have the guards take you up to your room until you made a decision. Oh, the decision of whether or not to marry me willingly, of course. We're going to be married regardless, but it would be a lot more enjoyable if you weren't screaming and thrashing about, like a toddler. Guards! Please escort His Majesty to the tower. Make sure he eats, and if he refuses, have someone force food down his throat. We can't very well have my future husband starving, now can we?